This anime is insanely cute. It's just impossible not to smile or feel just overwhelmed with all this cuteness. And I mean, the characters are really solid in this series, and I really enjoyed the progression. This is only going to be a 10-episode series, but I feel like that's going to be okay. Obviously, we're not going to see everything tied up. This is an incomplete source material. Currently, it's still ongoing. We're obviously not going to see the entire thing, but I feel with how much information, how much just character development and things that we've seen over the past 6 episodes, being only 10 episodes, that's fine to me. And I especially appreciate the fact that Sakurai isn't ignorant. They didn't go the route of making him a completely ignorant male character like typical anime do, and he does understand that his friend within this MMO is in fact Mori. And I really appreciate that. Like, it's obvious he wasn't going to reveal that, hey, I'm actually the guy, or the girl in his case, that you've been playing with and you're a guy in the game, because it makes sense for his character. Like, in his mind, he's thinking to himself he might not have a chance with her, even though his friend has been giving him the ultimate wingman moves, setting them up, making sure that Mori would ask him on a date, because she, like a klutz, forgot exactly what date they were supposed to go on, so it was just that big misunderstanding. They go on that date, and he's incredibly kind. Like, he'll always walk on the side of the road, so if any cars splash puddles or things like that, he'll get dirty, not her. He's really just a great gentleman overall, but in his mind, he is thinking that, yes, I mean, it seems like she accepted my friend's date, not my date, probably likes him, where in her mind, she's just thinking that she's too old for him, which is incredibly weird, because there's always that mentality that women have for whatever reason, that like once you get 30 or whatever, like apparently you're old, which makes absolutely no sense because that's not old in the slightest. And she's only 2 years older than our male main character, Sakurai, so it makes no sense why she would think that, but essentially that's her entire reason for originally declining. But it's interesting to see how his mentality was working throughout this episode, and ultimately how much he has realized, and how he keeps covering up the fact that I don't want to reveal that I'm the person you've been playing, because in his mind, if he did that, that possibly could ruin their in-game friendship that they have, and he also doesn't think that she likes him in any way, past just maybe being a friend. So I thought they did a really good job, and it was interesting to see the second version of the date, because his friend there was literally setting him up. Like, it never felt like he was trying to push him away. It was like always him trying to set him up with Mori, and essentially he said, no, that's your date, I already had mine, but she wanted to go with you, so you can go there. And I just thought it was interesting how it progressed and how she was acting. It really feels like she's opening up to the world. And I just thought there was a lot of funny humor. I really like the kind of chibi moments. I thought they were pretty cute, and it works really well in a series such as this because she is so just ignorant to the outside world, and I just love when she gets super flustered or embarrassed, or even in the case of Sakurai, when they go into that more chibi art style. I really appreciate it. I think it works and just flows very well in this series, and I just think they're doing a good job because it's very interesting to see how she was within episode 1 and how we got to episode 6, and how it doesn't feel like they're going at too fast of a pace, they're not going too slow. It feels like just the overall development and cast build-up has been just spot on, and I appreciate the fact that they're not just relying on the MMO to tell the entire story. Like the past couple of episodes, we haven't had that much within the MMO. Sure, we had a little bit in this episode, but at the core, they're really focusing on the character interactions, whether it be in the real-life scenarios or within the MMO, and it just works beautifully because they know exactly how to use this, and not to just make it feel like another one of the cheap video game anime that we see time and time again. I'm really excited to see, though, how this is ultimately going to progress going forward within the last 4 episodes that we'll have, and ultimately if she's going to realize that the person that she's been playing with is in fact Sakurai, because that's the route I feel like it's going to go, where she's also going to realize that the two are pretty much acquainted within real life and the game, but she probably will do the same thing and not want to risk their friendship. So I think that's ultimately how it's going to go, and then I could see when the series starts going to more towards an end, well, obviously within the source material, I doubt we'll see it within this season, they would eventually kind of admit who they are. But I think it's just doing a good job. The progression is steady. I feel like the pacing is on point. It's one of the best paced series of the season, in my honest opinion. I think it's fantastic. And really, there hasn't been a noticeable art dip whatsoever within these 6 episodes, and I really appreciate the production quality, both visually as well with the audio. This is a fantastic series. Every single week, left with a smile on my face, and I'm always excited to see more. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think of the 2 dates? What was your favorite moment, and how do you think episode 7 is going to play out now that Sakurai 100% knows that who he's been playing with is in fact his female friend that he also really likes in real life? Let me know your thoughts, and before you leave, smack that like button, share your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.